Hello, welcome this Friday to the Two Doctors No Waiting edition
Hello.
of the Do It Now show. And there's somebody we could add to the screen from far away.
There he is.
Dr.
He made
John.
it.
There I am.
Dr. John, the RV Pacuchak guy.
That's right. That's me.
Where are you?
Yeah.
I am in Greenfield State Park in lovely New Hampshire.
I didn't know there was such a thing as lovely New Hampshire, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, well, there you go.
There you go. What
Guys,
happened to
always-
our name tags?
I still can't find them. I'm
Good.
Dr. Christopher Vogelmann. To my left, stage right, is Dr. Kayvon K, who is our featured person today on simplifying our lives,
Hello.
our business lives. And down below is John Pacuchak, otherwise known as the RV John, or if you really want to get a little cheeky, RV Jesus. So
That is cheeky.
Yeah.
it's very cheeky, but I still like the idea of a little bobblehead, little Jesus, having Jesus take the wheel on the giant bus that is your holiday rambler. So,
John, before you get in, we were talking about the intro music and the one that is royalty free, and we just played. I actually prefer that one.
you do. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I keep changing things around because, marketing is an endless series of experiments, and we'll see how this goes. We got dinged for the winner on YouTube, but not anywhere else. So apparently our rights to use Canva royalty-free music are not entirely free and clear. So
Yeah.
let me make that clear.
Well, that's one thing, but I also like for live stream and that sort of thing. I prefer instrumental music, no singing. So
I like brass because I'm a
Brass.
brassy guy.
Yeah.
Or
Me too.
brass if you're from Western New York.
That's
big
right.
band
Brass.
music.
Yeah, we have a very sort of a flat A in Buffalo. Like you say things like bottle and cat.
That's right.
I think I've purged most of it. So let's talk about simplifying stuff.
Yeah.
We played around with the title for this one, and apparently there are 3.5 million searches for today's title.
Yes.
So it's important.
There you go. So what is our finalized official title today?
Oh, what's the official title? I got to go back and check out the title. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. It was here a moment ago. Oh, Lord. Can't remember our official title.
It was anti-procrastination.
No, well, it says you're probably, that's the description. You're probably juggling a lot of different tasks. Let's see. It is called, Harness the Power of Simplified Task Management.
Well,
So you're going to give us some power this hour.
Yes.
Or
Well,
half hour.
let's talk about that. So,
okay.
this is a question for both of you.
Yeah.
When somebody says task management, what comes to your mind, and how do you manage your tasks?
A giant frickin' to-do list. I check them off one at a time. I'm
when
still
you
in the
say
market
giant,
for
how
a
many
VA.
items are on the list?
There's 94 items on the list.
Oh,
I took it down from 95, which is pretty good.
well, that's a big improvement.
95 was putting this thing up today.
One
Mhm.
down,
One down, 94 to go.
94 to go. But seriously, when it comes to task management, how do you manage your tasks?
John, how do you
Usually-
manage your tasks from the road?
Usually with a task manager, we use Aura and Asana,
Are you talking
Trello.
software as opposed to a person?
Trello for certain things, and then I would agree with you too that a lot of what we do, we're creating lists of tasks and using timers to make sure that we stay on time with them.
Yeah.
My preference is
What
to
about
have a VA.
priority? How, if it's a list of, as you said, 10, 20, 90 items, what if number 7 or 17 or 27 is higher priorities? How do we manage that?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
No, not eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That's not the way to go with eeny, meeny,
like-
miny, mo.
Close your eyes and
Flip a coin,
I'm going
close
to do
your
this today.
Throw a dart.
Throw a
Close your
dart.
eyes, throw a dart at the board and see
That's-
which one
that's
hits.
what gets done.
No, it's funny you should ask that because I usually have 3 major priorities for the week,
Yeah.
and I'll actually cut it down to 3 very specific things that I try to get done for the week.
Mm-hmm.
Would one be fetching water right now?
No,
No. Okay.
I
Because
know who needs
John's at a
water?
campsite and he said that he didn't have any water hookup yet. So.
Well,
Okay.
there was a guy from Florida who was looking for water and couldn't find any because I guess not everything is open here yet.
Well, there's
Still
a lot
early
of
in the
water
season.
in Florida. I will attest to that.
There is a lot of water. Yes,
All right.
a lot of
So
alligators in Florida.
alligators too, and they like the water. So, Dr.
Yeah.
K, what, are we totally screwed in our way of doing our rather unorganized method of task management?
Well, I wouldn't say screwed. No, nobody's screwed as long as we're active and getting things done. But
Okay.
you know, business, task management, projects, it's already by
Mhm.
itself has a level of complexity and complication to it.
Mhm.
So let's not make it more complicated than it needs to be. Hence this idea of simplification. So I like to start with that.
Okay.
I know we are talking about tasks and to-do lists. So my
Oh.
general philosophy is let's start with the not to-do list.
By the way, Dr. K, before we get to the not do list, I just found within Melon, if I make a comment as a host here, that link will be distributed to all the 10 different places.
Oh, nice.
So I
Okay,
just
very
found
good.
a solution to our conundrum.
Awesome.
Yeah, because I was thinking like how to share a link with
There we go.
our viewers. So then let's do that.
We can do that. So you can send it in the private chat, and then I can
I will do that.
stream it.
So
That's good.
okay.
All right. We'll do that
So-
before the end of this.
So here's the thing, the tasks. Some are, remember the Eisenhower chart. Some are important, some are urgent, some are not. And also we know that we like some tasks, we don't like some tasks, we hate some other ones. At the same time, am I the right person to do them? Should I delegate them to somebody else? And also going through a to-do list with from top to bottom means sometimes certain tasks that they could be done together, as in batched together, they're not necessarily batched. So the idea of batching and adding all of that. So I was, this is a conversation. This is not the first time that this conversation comes up. Been talking.
Nor will it be the last.
Nor will it be the last.
No, definitely not.
In order to being able to communicate that and simplify it and that sort of thing, I do have a mind map that I want to share with you guys. So that would be okay.
Yeah, you can do a screen
Sure.
share here. I have to add it because I'm still getting, even after years of StreamYard, I'm still getting used to this. Yep, there we go.
Okay, so we start with a little bit of an inception moment. There we go.
Yes, we do.
Inception.
Whoa, I'm trying to
Okay.
get you to do the screen. Whoop.
So how about, can you see my screen now?
Hang on.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I
let
could.
me move.
Or we could for a moment. Wait, I think I might have screwed.
Now
Oh, there it is. It's
No,
there.
it was, yeah, I wanted to move
Oh, okay.
what is it, Melon to my other window so I can
Gotcha.
see you guys as well. So very good. So you're looking at my mind map, right?
Yes, it's interesting to
I
look
thought-
inside
Yes.
your mind. There's not much there right now.
You know what? The other day I noticed that in my right brain,
Huh?
nothing is left. And in my left brain, nothing is right.
There you go. That would be one. That would be a stepdad joke that I would make. I'm going to save that for my 14-year-old when he comes back
Yes,
later today.
yes. Okay.
So-
Don't forget, this is not royalty-free joke.
It's not what we have to pay you royalties for that.
Yes.
It's like-
Just at least mention the credit, the source, the origin.
Yeah, are you sure you want credit? That's the question.
Yeah, that's a good question. So anyway, let's say there's a task in front of me, in front. How about this? Let's play this game.
Okay.
Christopher, John,
Yes.
both of you pick a task that, let's say, today or the other day you wanted to do it. What is it?
I need to batch create 10 TikTok videos.
Okay, that's a good one. John, how about you?
Wait, what was that again?
Pick a task.
task.
We want to exercise workshop this. So pick an example of your daily tasks.
Chickens.
Okay. Yeah, chickens.
Feed
They
the
are an
chickens.
example of my daily task. I have to feed the chickens.
Feed the
That's
chicken.
funny.
Okay. So actually, that's a good example. So feed the
Okay,
chicken,
good.
make TikTok videos. So let me
Of
ask
the,
you
of
this.
the chickens, yeah.
Yeah. Let me ask you the first question. Is it important? Does it need to get done?
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Well, I believe feeding the chickens is more important than TikTok videos, but yes.
No, because the TikTok videos feed my algorithms.
There you go. There you go. So
There
it's
you
a
go.
matter of feeding. So, as you know, the answer to that question, is it important? It's either yes or no. Simple enough, right?
No.
So what do we do now? The next question is, are you the right person to do it?
For me,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. What do you mean?
For me, yes. I don't know about John with feeding the chickens.
Yeah.
Somebody else could feed the chickens.
Yeah. So let's say if
Yeah,
the answer is no, right?
Okay.
If the answer is no in either this is important
Right.
or you're not the right person,
Or
the
you've
next
maybe have
question-
outsourced it. I could outsource it to somebody else, maybe for editing videos. Or
Yeah.
John could have somebody else feed the chickens.
That's where I'm
Right.
going with this. So
Okay.
the
Like
next
Nick.
question is, what's
Like
that, John?
Nick.
like my son.
Nick
Yes.
can feed. Nikolai can feed the chickens.
Yes.
That's right.
So
Who
the
eats
next
that?
question after that is it urgent, right? So if it's
Well, for me, it's less urgent. For the chickens, it's very urgent.
It's
Yeah.
very good for them. Yes.
so there you go. We have both options here. So if
Yeah.
the answer is no, it's not important. You're not the right person to do it, and it's not urgent. We simply just delete that task. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but
Right?
if I'm creating personally branded content, if I'm not in the video, clearly it is important in my
Yeah.
case.
So
Now, maybe
therefore,
editing
Yeah.
could be done by somebody else, but if my face needs to be all over the place, then it
Yes.
is. Yeah.
So therefore, we go to the other branch, which is yes. This was for a branch
Okay.
that everything is no, right?
Got it.
So if it's not important, you're not the right person to do it, and it's not urgent, you just delete
Mhm.
that. Don't worry about
Mhm.
it. But
Mhm.
if it's not important and you're not the right person, but it is urgent, it needs to get done, you can basically just delegate it. Feeding the chickens is a good example, right?
Yep.
Yes.
It's not important for John to do it, and it's not it is urgent. So let's get somebody else to do it. So this is the matrix of thinking. If
Hmm.
to get into these two things. So if the answer was yes, it's important, and you are the right person to do it.
hmm
So again, we deal with the same question: is it urgent? And
Well,
simply,
because I've run out of content, so it is urgent.
then here we go. If it's yes, then just do it.
Yeah.
If it's no, you defer it to another time. So in other words, let me see. So you end up with do it now, schedule it, outsource it, or eliminate it. So I thought this matrix of thinking going through our tasks can be helpful for people, because if we're just dealing with a to-do list, they are not qualified or prioritized with any other criteria. And I
Correct.
thought 3 simple questions. Is it important? Are you the right person to do it? Or is it urgent? Determines which level we're looking at and what's the next appropriate response to that. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
But by the way, I mean, I actually can schedule the time for me to batch content. So like, it doesn't have to happen right now because I'm in the middle of a live stream broadcast.
Beautiful, exactly. So basically, you are delegating it
To myself.
to yourself in future.
But
future.
I will add, if I had the right system in place, I could
Yeah.
delegate the editing to somebody else, and
There you
most
go.
likely the scheduling to somebody else.
Yeah, well, that brings up a good point, because creating videos is one task.
Right.
But if you break it down to recording videos and editing videos, now you have 2 tasks, and
Right.
then you can make the decision for those 2 tasks.
And publishing. There's another
Publishing is-
task.
There you go. That's the third
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
So this way, you find within those smaller parts of a task or the smaller tasks, which part is the part that you are the right person and you're the one who has to definitely, no questions asked, be involved, and how you can have everything else done around it, so you end up with the highest impact that you can make. Get in, do that, get out, kind of a thing. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Sounds good?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to have, you can't outsource the star of your movie to another actor unless the star drops out. You have to give the
Yeah.
part to somebody else.
There you go. So I thought this is the thinking that I had. Then later I was thinking about making it in a nicer presentation. So
Ooh, I
I
like a good
created this
infographic.
infographic,
Nice.
which
Oh.
is To do or to delegate?
was gonna
That
say,
is the question.
that is the question. You're getting all very
That is a good-
Shakespearean on us today. This is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have a link if people are interested in downloading this
Yeah.
infographic. Actually, I also created a desktop background, so you can always have this on the desktop.
Oh, that's
So,
actually cool.
yes.
I like it.
So here's the link. I'm gonna copy it.
Okay. Put it in the
paste it
private
here,
one and
Christopher.
I can
Yeah.
distribute it. Yeah.
There you go. So here you go.
Where's my linky?
And
With
so
the
it's in the
thoughts.
private
there it
chat
is.
if you want to go ahead and
I see it. Yeah, I'm going to copy
Yeah.
the link and I'm going to send it to all 10 locations. We've not done
Yes.
this before, but this should be pretty cool. Write your message and boom, it should go.
yeah, and people can just simply, DM me if they don't have it. I would be more than happy. Or if there are any questions, just let us know, let me know, and we will be more than happy to.
Oh, that's the SendFox
Happy
link.
to
I'm
do
going to check on my phone too, just to make sure it's there.
Okay.
So,
John, any thoughts or ideas or aha moments when we were talking about that for you?
No, not really any aha moments, but
by the way, it does work.
Awesome.
it does work. It's going everywhere.
I can see it on the Doing It Now show. Maximize your media,
There
big
you
business
go.
growth.
Perfect.
Dr. Christopher Wynn, Epic Win. John Pacuchak is
Oh,
everywhere.
everywhere. It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
I wonder if it's on YouTube. I got to check that.
Yes, I see it on YouTube as well.
You do. Okay, good.
It's doing it one by one. Nothing on LinkedIn yet.
I wonder if they screen their links. If we need to, I'll go in there and I'll pop it into LinkedIn. Oh, I see. It is. Oh, it's showing us in our own little chat where it's going.
Where it's going.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I was actually checking on the actual sites themselves, but I do like this. I mean, the interesting thing about having this kind of forced choice, it reminds me a lot of there was a forced choice methodology called, oh no, I wish I could remember it. The guy's name is Kevin. It's something about the on purpose person. And in the workshop, he basically created these tournaments between ideas. And it was it was almost like you would have like the March Madness of what the most important thing for you is to do. And you start from two sides with multiple ideas or tasks, and you move it down in until eventually the champion of all tasks or all values is that one which you choose. And so I call it, so I'm doing a similar version of it for my clients, but I call it the playoffs instead of the tournament.
I love to see that.
Yeah, I'm going to do the playoff. The playoffs of the dominant idea are the most important thing to do. So,
and by the way, I'm keeping this on the screen in case anybody wants to take a screenshot, our viewers, and that's the thing. Now, here's the thing. Let's take this, to the next level. So, deleting, we don't need help. We know what's going on. We know how to eliminate stuff.
Right.
Doing it, we're used to it. Deferring it, basically scheduling for future. That's fine too. The tricky part is the delegation or outsourcing. So I have something to show you about that too. But again, like the other one, when I say delegating or outsourcing, what are some thoughts that they come to your mind, or what are some tips or tricks that you have that you can share with us?
I mean, I immediately think of hiring a virtual assistant, and we've had numerous ones over the years, mostly from the Philippines, but now we have a preference now towards those in North America. So, we have some of the VAs. There's one friend of mine has hired 2 VAs from Canada. We had one from, actually 2 in Mexico, come to think of it. And then the nice thing about that is I actually prefer to be in a close to the same time zone, because I often found that being 12 to 15 hours away from people really made it difficult to do task management.
Yes, I know.
The delay in communication. Yeah.
How about you, John?
I had children for that.
I have children.
That's called child labor.
That's great.
That's right.
They don't have to be buck bales, but they have to post social media.
Right. It's just from my years of farming. I learned how to do that.
Yeah. If you want the Wi-Fi password, you watch the car for watch the
Exactly.
But no, I would say kind of the same thing. Usually looking for somebody that can either do that task, virtual assistant, whatever it might be.
Okay.
I do like automation though. If I can automate tasks,
Sure.
all the better, because the computer software usually doesn't take a day off unless there's no power or something, or
Yes.
the system crashes.
Also
But
doesn't make
also it
mistakes.
doesn't ask for a raise. And it shows up all the time, 24/7.
And the software for that kinds of stuff is improving, dramatically. I'm just thinking, like a year ago, we wouldn't be even talking about that.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about, different AI tools taking hours off of our day or multiple hours off of our week.
Which I think just the automation and using AI and that sort of thing is a great topic for another streaming video.
Yeah, we could
Absolutely.
do that.
Yeah, going back to delegation,
Yeah.
what are some other hesitations that you might feel when it comes to delegation, or you have heard other people talk about?
Only I can fix it.
Ah, yes, that's
I do it better than anybody else. Now, that's been
Yes.
my limitation to that had always been that I really could do it better than anybody else, but there was only one of me.
Yes.
And so if I could find somebody, people say with a VA, if you can get them to do 70% of what correct of what you would do, that's okay. I
Yeah.
really felt when I hired staff, they needed to be more like 90%. Because we were dealing with insurance companies and a lot of money and, all kinds, trying to keep the lights on.
Business, it can be different. Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, it depends on the level of complexity of the task that I'm going to offload. But for simple things like posting on social media, answering comments, things like that, I would probably be happy with 80% of what I could do. I really would.
Let me summarize that. So there are two things involved in delegation. One is their level of expertise.
Mm-hmm.
And number two is the level of trust between you and that person. And the other thing is this a task that requires expertise, or is it just a basically follow a checklist kind of a task that anybody can do it? Does that make sense? Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, but I think there's a level of expertise that for me personally that I would need to see before I hand them over a checklist, because you wouldn't just hand something to a guy off the street, hand him the pilot's checklist and expect him to be a good pilot to be able to fly that plane.
Exactly. So all of those can be developed and grow at the time. So that's why I wanted to introduce the idea of 6 levels of delegation.
Okay.
Which we're going to go through those levels.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, sounds good.
I like 6 levels. I like, there's seventh heaven, but I guess we get to that after we've mastered the 6 levels of delegation.
Well, I guess it could be the 7th level. The level 0 is not getting things done at all.
No, it'd be. I was looking for bliss, where everything is done and all I have to do is show up.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that idea.
We do have that. So
okay.
Look at the spectrum. The first level is do as I say.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
And
what do you mean, do as I say, not as I do?
No. Do as I say.
I think that's what he's implying.
Do it exactly like McDonald's. There is no thinking.
Right.
You follow the process.
Right.
Do as I say. And level 6 is the ultimate. Just take care of it for me. I don't
Love
need
that.
to know. Just do it. Just get it done. Right?
Oh, that's very 6y.
Yes, that's very sexy. So
6y sexy, yeah.
So look at the levels. Do as I say is the first level.
Yeah.
Look into this for me. So basically, there is a little bit of a autonomy and freedom over there. But
is that more of a research thing?
It could be. I'll tell. We'll go over an example.
Okay.
So then the third level is give me your advice. I'll decide. So let's say, actually, let's go for an example now. Let's say one of our viewers, they want to get a new CRM application.
Right.
Like, should I sign up for MailChimp or
Active
this
Campaign or something?
Campaign, yeah. So there are a bunch of decisions to be made, a little bit of research to do. So do as I say. It would be, hey, I know what I want. Go get this one, sign up, and just follow the process.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is, hey, look into different things, options. So actually, let me open this one. So do as I say means stick to my instructions exactly.
Yep.
I have already researched, considered, and decided everything for you. Just do it.
That's so magical. How does that happen so quickly like that, where you just click something and suddenly just pulls everything out of your head?
Yes, there you go. It's like I have done some mind mapping before.
It's amazing. I mean, your right brain. There's nothing left in your right brain.
So The next level, that joke went over my head.
Okay.
So the next level is look into this for me. So
Okay.
again, consider the issue
Uh-huh.
at hand and come up with options.
Yeah.
The person can come back. Okay, you can do Groove. You can do Active Campaign. You can do Mailchimp. They come
Right.
up with options. That's
Right.
it. They're
Right.
done.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
level 3 is give me your advice. So that person is going to look into those things. He's going to say, okay, I looked at all of these options and I think Active Campaign is better.
Right.
So they do a bit of it. So as their level of expertise grows or trust grows or training,
Right.
they can also come back with a suggestion.
Got it.
Sounds good. Now,
Yeah.
the next
Sounds
level
good.
after that, level 4, is explore, decide, and check with me. So it's very similar to the other one, but they come up instead of a recommendation, they come up with a decision. I looked into all of this, and MailChimp is the right one for us. I am just letting you know.
So you want me to go to Monkey Mail?
Monkey Mail, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, MailChimp. So the next level, explore, decide, and act within limits. So
Ooh.
here's the thing. We are asking people around us, and we are training them to do tasks for us. So
Mhm.
CRM or mail software is one of them. The next one could be which live streaming you should be using, which,
Mhm.
all of those. And you have learned that this person does the research the right kind of a way, satisfactorily, that 70-80% that you mentioned. And you know what? The decisions are usually good. So you'll tell them, you put a limit there. You know what? Go ahead, do this research. And if it's under $500, just sign up. You don't even need to let me know.
Right. Right. Right.
Right?
Well,
If it's over-
is this year going to make you say, hey, I want you to make an executive decision, find something
Yeah.
for us, and then
because you don't want them to make,
Right.
let's say, $10,000 decisions.
yeah. Why is there a
Right.
10K bill here? Why our account's a little low now?
Well, it depends on the task. Some
Yeah.
tasks, if it's about lunch, don't go over $100. If it's about
True.
software, don't go over $1,000. So
Right.
by
Exactly.
setting the
Yes.
limits, you are now free of so many of the decisions. They don't even need to
Mhm.
check with you because you have that level of trust in their expertise.
So
And
your particular person that you've delegated this stuff to essentially has duplicated most of your executive function
so
to
you got
free
it.
you up to do other things. Okay.
Beautiful. Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
And the last level is just take care of it for me because
Yeah.
you have now complete trust in this person. So
Right.
as you can see, I have named the first 2 steps. You keep need to train them.
Right.
In the next 2 steps, you are coaching them, and after that, as you said, the executive functions, you just unleash them. Wow! So
Unleashed. Boom.
There you go.
here you go. That's the 6 levels of delegation. How does that sound?
I love it, actually. I
Sounds
think this
good.
is like, in terms of creating team members at various levels of skill or expertise,
Yes.
this is where you could really create a human powered executive machine, especially when you get
Yes.
to the unleash level.
So different levels can be at different people could be at different levels, or the same person, depending on the task, could be
Right.
for, let's say, managing clients at level 3, buying software at level 5.
Well,
So just to help people to grow within your company.
I was thinking with the very first level, your first hire is going to have to move very quickly through, or you're just going to be stuck in training and then wondering when can we reach to a level where they're a little more autonomous.
Yeah. So, John, what are your thoughts?
I like it. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Could you train? Could you get your children to do this for you? That's the question.
Probably.
Yes. Well, that reminded me of a meme that I saw the other day. There was a bottle of a product, and under that said dog, what is it? Dog shampoo.
Mhm.
And there was a
Yeah.
picture of Pavlok and dog conditioner.
Of a what? Oh my
Pavlov.
God.
Yeah,
Okay.
well,
All right, fine.
So dog
Fine.
shampoo, dog conditioner.
Yeah, and you rinse it with saliva.
So you mentioned, you mentioned
So it's like
and ring a bell. And ring a bell.
that does ring a bell. Actually, by the way, that whole experiment, it turns out, is false, because the reality is that it was the dogs were reading the expectation of the researchers, not actually responding to the bell. So
Actually, dogs were talking amongst each other and says
they were
"Hey,
talking
look,
amongst each other. It's like,
hey, look,
hey, you
look
do
at
this, you get a treat.
Every time every time I open my mouth, I make him write in his little notebook.
Exactly. It's fun.
So they
Let
were
me see if I can do it again.
transitioning
That is just great. I mean, I really love this. I mean, we could revisit this one again and again, I think, because it has me thinking about, I especially like the idea between the training, the coaching, and unleashing. I think
Yes.
to me, the one that scares me the most is unleashing.
Yes, I started the work on
Yeah.
creating a like a PDF report about this or a little course. So
Uh-huh.
that is
Yeah.
the projects that I may do get back to and actually launch in future. So if that's a good idea, people think this is something that they want me to finish, and that would be the kind of a little ebook or course they're interested, just let me know in the comments, and I'll get on it. If I get enough yeses, I'll get on it.
I have one yes.
Awesome.
Yes, there you go.
John's not interested.
Sold.
That's not his
No, I'll be.
No, he's gonna
No, I'll be number 2.
Yeah.
number 2. Just don't,
You
make
ask
sure you
one
have
of his
plenty of
children.
water.
You ask one
For number 2.
to take the course.
Oh my gosh. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
So
We're a little off the rails on a Friday, but this has been super valuable. I just
Yeah.
love the discussion. And I think this is easily something that could be revisited even once a month because it is the decision-making process. It's being able to decide rather and actually act as opposed to just thinking about stuff forever that's going to move the needle.
yeah,
So
Yes.
you
I must say
start with
though,
all of the ones that you need to eliminate. Then the list
Yeah.
is much shorter. The ones that they need to be delegated, you just delegate them and have a system to basically keep track of them. I have a Trello board. Maybe that's another one that we can go in another session.
mhm.
That helps me keep track of things that is delegated, and then between you and your calendar, you schedule a bunch of tasks for future, and whatever is left is for you to do right now.
Yeah, I'm actually moving from Trello to Notion just because I have some friends who seem to embrace that quite a bit. Although some people will say Evernote is the way to go plus Trello or so. But but that's a whole other story. We can talk
I
about
don't think
tools.
it's less about the tool and more about how like your approach.
Right. Right. Yeah. And I think that, my biggest challenge with Trello boards has been not going back to the Trello board every day.
Uh-huh.
And so that it's more an issue of habit than it is an issue with the tool itself.
Would you like to know what my system is?
What is your system?
Okay, so I have this Chrome extension.
Mhm.
It's called Tab Snooze. Basically, I snooze a tab for later. So it's like schedule, like snoozing an email, snoozing it. So I have Tab Snooze, and I have the option of snoozing the tab on a repeated basis.
Mhm.
So basically, my Trello board can open up as a new tab every day at, let's say, 9 a.m. Right? So I don't have to think about it. It opens it. If not the extension, that could be repeating task repeating
like an alarm that comes up from
a
the
repeating
calendar.
email, like you
yeah.
have an email,
Yeah.
open up Trello with the link, and you snooze it till tomorrow. You snooze it till tomorrow, that kind of a thing. So there are multiple ways to automate this, so you don't have to forget about it.
I do have one where at 10:30 at night every night it says time to edit your short video content. Because if I haven't done it by that time, I know I only have an hour and a half left. And because I was part of a TikTok 90-day challenge, which by the way, I'm on day 111 of a 90-day challenge because now it's a habit. So I feel incomplete if I don't do another TikTok.
Yes.
And I feel incomplete if I don't edit it to repurpose for Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts.
Yes. You know what?
And
Actually,
so-
what you just mentioned goes parallel with what we just talked about. Remember how we had the train, coach, unleash?
Right. Yeah.
Their experience, which was your experience, goes from unbearable to uncomfortable to unstoppable, which is a habit. You're at the unstoppable level now.
I think it's the unstoppable addictive level, and there's almost a point where the pain of not doing it is greater than the pain of doing it.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
Anymore. It's a pull. You don't have to push to get the task done. The task pulls you.
It pulls me forward. Yeah. I mean, I'm salivating every time that little alarm goes off.
Ding, ding, ding.
I was born in the Chinese year of the dog, so that may explain my responsiveness.
My year is rooster.
I don't remember what the year is the rooster.
I don't remember either.
My mother was a dragon, and dragons and
You think
dogs
I
don't
should-
get along.
You
So
think I should know?
you think you would know? Anyway,
Yeah,
well,
my
check
daughter
your
is
check your
dragon,
fortune.
she's the golden dragon.
What's that?
My daughter is dragon. She is the golden dragon.
Golden dragon.
Yeah, she was
Ooh.
born in the year 2000.
Oh boy.
Yes. And I think I am fire rooster.
A fire rooster.
Yes.
Was the rooster who was fired from the chicken coop for misbehaving?
Yeah. Hey, by the way, John, do you know why chicken coops have only 2 doors?
No. Why do chicken coops only have 2 doors?
Because if they had 4 doors, there would have been chicken sedans.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
It does make perfect sense.
Oh, wait a minute.
If there you go, I was just waiting for that. If they had 5 doors, they'd be a
Chicken wagon,
chicken wagon.
Chicken RV?
chicken
Yeah.
hatchback.
Chicken hatch. That's what I was thinking. Chicken hatchback. And what better to have chickens in a hatchback?
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
That's not
More
common
for your
sense.
entertainment dollar each week here at the Do It Now Show.
Yes.
That's right.
All right. I think this has been excellent. I really do recommend, if we don't do it monthly, we revisit this quarterly, because I think the decision-making process of when to offload things and streamline all of
Yeah.
your tasks is super, super, super important. And I think we get in our own way more often than not.
Yes. Makes complete
You
sense.
definitely do.
Anything
And
to
I
add, John, before you go fetch more water?
No, I don't really have anything else to add.
Okay.
Great conversation, though.
It was really good.
Yes.
I
It
enjoyed
was
it.
a good session. I liked it too.
Okay, so we will
Okay.
be back here again next week, same bat time, same bat channel, for the Do It Now Show with our anti-procrastination expert, specialist, John Pacuchak, and the, what do we call you? The simplifier and profit finder, Dr. Kayvon K?
Profit, yeah. Simplify and profit coach.
Profit coach, profit
Yes.
coach. So hopefully by then I'll get our little name things straightened out. Because somehow our names all got deleted, which is not really.
Maybe I should have a name tag on my chest.
Yeah, each of us should wear name, or get a hat with your name on it. So but don't take it off to do a face palm, or we won't know who you are.
Unless I
That's
have to
right.
climb the wall
Yeah.
again.
You have to do what again?
To climb the wall again. Remember when you had the banner? I was covering my face. Yeah.
That was kind of nice. I have to do that again sometime. Maybe I'll just kind of move it around a little bit. I
Yeah.
could do it like
okay.
that, like that,
Just like that.
like that.
Yes.
All right. So
next
we are
week.
out of here for now. Thank you for tuning in. If you are watching on the replay, please use the hashtag replay. And if you have any questions or comments or want us to cover a particular topic, just as Dr. Kayvon K said, please put it down beneath this. Remember, we are pinged from all 10 locations whenever you make a comment or ask a question. So we'll be back again next week, and have a wonderful weekend.